You know those just on the topic of today, though,
Mm.
sort of thing. You know those like they're like the screens you see like after a channel's gone on air, off air. So like like CBeebies would do it,
Oh
uh
yeah,
Nickelodeon, yeah,
Nickelodeon, and it's
yeah,
like, hey, come back in the morning, you little
yeah.
cunt, or something like
I would tell you about the time when I got bloody scared by them.
that. What do you
It
mean?
was a Nickelodeon one. I think it was either Nickelodeon or it was Sky. But I
Yeah.
was like in at my like parents' friend's house or something, and they were like in one room and they left me in the other room just like watching cartoons. And then it went off air and I was just sitting there for like I don't know how long, just staring at this screen with like Dora, Boots, SpongeBob, like all these different characters, and it was just like it's time for bed or something. Like, please come back later. And I was just sitting in this room alone, in
Were you,
silence.
was it in the dark?
Not really in the dark, but
That's
I
some
was just like
horror movie shit.
4 years
Like,
old or
you
something.
creepy little fucker.
And I was just like too scared to go and like say, "Oh, the channel's gone off. Can someone help?" Like I didn't know where the remote was either. So,
Jesus
it was a time.
Christ. Imagine walking in and you just see a kid just staring at the TV, and then he looks up at you and he's like, "The channel's gone off air."
Yeah.
I would have fucking bashed you over the head. The two damn cousins out, they're watching movies. Okay, so welcome back. This is it, week 3, reinventing the real. How are you today, Cameron?
I'm pretty good, man.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm excited. I'm very excited for this episode. We're back
Yeah.
together. We're bouncing ideas. I feel like we'll gauge people's opinions on how it goes, but I feel like I prefer it more when it's the two of us working together and we're bouncing shit off each other.
Yeah, same here. It was a bit like it was chill last week, but now I think we're gonna get back on that crazy energy and
Yeah.
like just shooting random ideas. It's gonna be fun. We've had some time to think about it as well, so it won't be like shooting all in the dark. So if you just tune in or you didn't watch last episode, this week is we're doing Dora the Explorer. It came up
Oh.
in the randomizer. That was the film we got. As you know,
Mhm.
it had a 2019. I think it came out last year.
Yeah, I think
2019
it's
film. It was really good to be fair. I enjoyed it.
yeah, man.
Had a good ending song. But we had we went into the wild cards and we
Mhm.
got CW show as one of them. And
Yeah.
we had to completely rewrite it as well. So it all like kind of fell into place. We got that. You have to put Shia LaBeouf in the
Shit,
TV
I
show.
forgot about that one.
Yeah, I can't remember
find
what the
this.
third one was.
Product placement.
That was it.
Yeah, it's light work. Yeah, we can do this.
Yeah, but this one is, I think, is definitely going to be a good one because
Yeah.
we've both seen a lot of CW shows. Like, I feel like this one's going to lean more on the side of Riverdale and all those kind of
All those great.
cheesy teen ones.
Don't come on, don't get cheesy. I won't have you drag Riverdale through the mud. It's
Now,
the
to be fair, I did enjoy the first season. Second season was like, and then third season, I just lost touch with it.
yeah,
Like, oh my god, this is
like
out
Jill.
of control now. But our Dora the Explorer adaptation, it won't get like that. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna hook you from the start to the end. You're gonna follow Dora and her explorers.
Okay, so did you? What kind of angle were you thinking?
Well,
Just for some context here as well. So we've both been coming up with some rough ideas on our own, and then we
yeah.
thought we'll come together and just bounce them off each other and see how it goes.
So to start off with, then part of me wants to do like a teen type thing. She's in her late teens, maybe
Mhm.
go into
Like the
university,
college. Yeah,
college type thing, and then like follows around that. There's people in Dora's town or whatever. Maybe she's in
Okay.
the jungle, maybe not. Maybe she's adjusting to new life like in the movie, or we just go off the back of the movie because she moved over, didn't she?
Yeah.
But then another part of me is like, I want to go more older and and she's
Ooh. Like
you
an
know,
alcoholic.
30, yeah, she's a 30 something like child star. You know, she's
Ooh.
dealing with life, and then I don't know, maybe this Boots comes back and is like, Dora, we gotta get you back in the game. Well, I don't know,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
more
I
of
like
my
that.
ideas were on the first, like the teen thing.
Hmm.
But I think a lot of my ideas I will be able to adapt into like an older thing. But what's yours?
Well, what if we use them together? What if we have like a, so it's her and she's like all washed up or whatever, and there are two parallel storylines going on. So it will flash back to like her later years, like just not her later, like her late teens before college, and like this big things happened that's like derailed her life, but we don't find out what it is yet.
Oh, so it just like flashes between them.
Yeah,
I like the sound of that actually.
because then, I mean, you get a bigger cast. Also, like I was kind of not hooked, but I had the idea of like the younger team, not the
Mhm.
young, like the teens, and
Yeah.
then, but then I really like that idea of her be like a BoJack Horseman esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be like how it does it. You know, like in I think it's in the book. I don't know. I haven't read it. I'm just going off what people have said here. But I
Yeah.
think in the book it like switches between them,
Yeah.
and it's not like how with the films. It's like there's kids in this film, then in the next film they're adults.
Yeah, it just
So
bounces
it's
between the
like
two.
I guess with the plot of this show, then there must be something. Dora, as you said, she's doing something that's led up. We don't know as the viewer what it is, what it's going to be yet,
Mm.
until like say the last couple of episodes. You're like, oh, that's why it's like that. Because I guess we can go with like the route of she's had like an amazing childhood. You know, she was an explorer. If we go off the show, like her younger years was the show Dora the Explorer,
Mhm.
and then this CW's Dora is like showing you, yeah, her life's still good as a teen, but it's also as a 30 something, it's not
Yeah.
great. So
Okay.
I guess
So
what's the premise? Would get down the premise as a teen first, then
okay.
it's like what's her big thing?
All right. So I got really excited with this because I was like, right, Dora is it's a great property, and it gets like it means like I really like the idea of casting. I feel like that's been quite
Hmm.
apparent in the last few weeks. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of just thing. So I was like, who can I cast as Dora? Who's got that kind of like that energy behind her? And I went for Jenna Ortega, who is in You season 2. She like plays a young girl in that, but she's got like a really good like she's kind of sassy, but she can also do like comedy as well.
I think it's a really good one to be fair, because
Yeah,
like she's got the look, she's got the Dora look, you know.
it's for Dora. Look,
Yeah.
I suppose not. They're like expressive eyes, but they're cold and dead, low key. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that perfect little. But then I also had so because I was like, realistically, how many characters are there in Dora like that you can cast?
Yeah.
There's what Dora and Diego and
Boots,
Boots.
if you don't want to make him a monkey. Is there like a cow or something?
There's
Like,
a
I
there's
just
a little
remember
cow.
thinking like late at night the other day, like it's because I was trying to think of how many characters are in this, and then there's the cow, and I was like, who is that bloody
That
cow?
cow is. I don't care what you say to me. That cow is black.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Anyone listening right? Type in Dora the Explorer cow. Yeah,
Going in with that.
that's a cow. That cow. Yes, it is a cow. That cow is black.
Oh yeah, Benny.
Yeah.
Or originally known as Benito in the 1998 pilot. It's a main
Look.
character of Pandora.
Look at bro. Tell me
Not
that's not a black dude.
it's if you I'm looking like just on the main page of Google. The fourth one over, he looks kind of high. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
The
high
fourth
key.
picture, he's baked. Oh my god! And then I clicked on the images and it's just gone worse. Anyway, let's carry. Let's So, are we gonna? There's one thought I had as well.
Okay.
Like, are we making the animals animals, or are we making them humans?
Okay. See, this is. I had two perspectives. Did I? No. I had one. I was thinking, what if we make the animals animals, but they're just animals for a period of time? Yeah.
Okay.
She can't talk to him or anything. But then, so I was thinking some sort of like, because it's Dora, she needs to have like something driving her. You know, some sort of like adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my head, I had right. Dora's trying to go to school. She's trying to become somewhat of a normal teen.
Mhm.
You know, because like in the film, she's not, very well adjusted because she spent most of her young life like running through fucking jungles and shit.
Yeah.
So like, let's set it like, I don't know, a few years after like the film. So she's like 18, 19, 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah. I
So
think that's a good age. Yeah.
So she's trying to get like better adjusted. She's doing well in school. She's got a boyfriend maybe as well.
Okay.
Just regular like CW all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Dora the Explorer is a normal teen. And her name, her second name is the Explorer.
The Explorer. Oh please, Mr. The Explorer was my father. So I'm picturing like, so her parents still go off adventuring, but they've kind of calmed down as well. Like everyone in general, but they've kind of lost their sense of adventure.
Yeah.
And then they get a visit from their fun aunt.
Fun Auntie Muego. I don't know. I tried to think of a name just out of nowhere. That was
Miegor. Where are the gorals?
Well, let's call her Auntie Julie.
Auntie Julie. Okay. So Auntie Julie is Dora's mum's sister, and she's her younger sister. No, she's the older sister, but she's less responsible than Dora's mum.
Yeah, she's still wild.
Yeah, she's the
She's
one
like in
who
her
comes in.
40s,
She's
crazy.
like the fun aunt.
Yeah.
So who I had in my head for her, I'm not too sure yet. But Dora's mum, I was thinking about casting Alexa Vega.
Is she in Spy Kids?
She is in Spy Kids. She plays
Okay.
She plays Carmen in Spy Kids.
Ah, okay.
And I thought, that's a decent one,
Yeah.
It's a nice little, like, there'll be jokes here and there towards Spy Kids, wink wink, nod nod, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm picturing there's like an adventure of some kind, and the aunt comes in and she's like, hey, I really need your help. Let's say the aunt is played by, I don't know, who's in her 40s. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for now. But she's like, hey, I really need your help. This is like a big thing. It could like change life as we know it. Like, period. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Dora's parents are like, you know what? No, like, that's not us anymore.
Yeah.
We're calm. We calm down. And so
We're
like
real
they
estate
walk
agents now.
Exactly. And then Dora's always been closer with her aunt than her own mum.
Yeah.
So her auntie like pulls her aside and she's like, hey Dora, come on, I really need your help on this one. I could, it would be fun. It'd be like the good old days, and you're expecting Dora to like go behind her parents' back, but she doesn't.
Oh.
Because she's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
I want to live a normal life. I have no more exploring to do.
Dora, I was about to say has been explored, but that doesn't sound too hot right there. Dora's done the exploring. There we go. That's better.
Do you want to try? Are you liking the sound of this? Or
yeah. I also had the same sort of thing. Like, I just thought more like she had a MacGuffin that would come into her possession. She's like, oh. I was thinking as well, it would take, because it's like a CW show, they're not just going to go straight into it, are they? They need to set it up a bit. They need like about 3 episodes to like bring her into the fray. And I was thinking like the main thing was the map, because obviously the map can speak, and the map is like quite a big part of the show and all that. So it's like a nod to the old Dora fans.
Very nice, very nice.
But uh, yeah, I mean that sounds good. But my thinking though, because if we're still on the teen stuff, and I think I've got a way to relate this now as well, and this is gonna be like out of the gate. I know you said she had a boyfriend, but
Yeah.
I was thinking Swiper. He has like a quite a big part in this show, so
Ooh, okay.
to me. I thought of him as a human,
Okay.
and he's like how the Riverdale have like the South Side Serpents type thing. He's
Mhm.
also in a gang. His name still is Swiper because
It's a great
CW ain't gonna change that. And he's like, so he's in a gang, and one of the episodes would deal with him and Dora. Like, well, Dora's like trying to help him out. They haven't got like a good relationship.
name.
Like, they don't really like each other, but it's gonna turn into one of those like forbidden love type things, So like, Swiper has this problem where he like needs to steal all these stuff to like I don't know buy medicine for his family because that's always like a storyline
Yeah.
in those type of
Like
shows.
he's a criminal, but he does it for the right reasons. He has a
Yeah,
heart of gold.
yeah. And Dora's like helping him, but she wants to shake the problem. And then one time that like they almost share a kiss. But I don't know if Dora's got a boyfriend in that, then that would cause some issues. I think,
There's a nice little love triangle there
yeah.
for the kids.
And if so, he would be like a young, like, edgy boy type guy, and I think this would be a good place to put Shia LaBeouf. Not in like the young, but in the older
I
version.
was just about to say that.
So older Swiper is Shia LaBeouf, and
I like that.
when we have more of the framework of the younger stuff done, we can figure out what his position is in the older thing. But that was just my idea for Swiper. I'm just putting it out there for now. But
I'm a
as
fan.
for like the main story, I think that's fine. Like with just having the aunt come in, and then Dora's like no, and then she gets into more high school shenanigans.
Yeah.
There's like the I need to think of a sport that's like not because these shows they always have like a sport that isn't.
But it's not American football. It would be like
Yeah.
lacrosse or like
Yeah,
oh,
let's say
or like a sexy underground boxing league or something like that.
yeah. I feel like it needs to be something that's gonna attach the kids. They're like, oh, look at Swiper. Did you see him in that episode, like when they were doing parkour or something?
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's say this. The school has a parkour team.
Okay.
Screw it.
Fair play. I'd do that.
Yeah. So like they do competitive parkour, and Dora's in it to be fair, because that would tie in well with her like adventuring, and it's like she hasn't lost her skill, Like maybe the aunt comes in, sees Dora in this parkour competition, and like she's training for it or something. She's like, "Damn, Dora, I remember you running around like that when you were yay high,
Yeah.
and now look at you. You got some swagger to you." Kids still say swagger.
Yeah, somewhat.
She's like, "Oh, come on, auntie, you if you're still trying to recruit me to that thing, I don't. This ain't for me. I've got parkour regionals coming up.
But hey guys, how are we gonna get to regionals?
But yeah, I mean that's the thing that's holding Dora down in school as well. So just to touch on like the characters again though, when the animals, as you were saying, like she was young, they started as animals. I feel like Boots needs to be like a mainstay in this show
Yeah.
as well. So you thinking keep him as a monkey or
Trust, please trust me on this.
go for it?
So Boots is just like her little pet, her little sidekick friend,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So it's whatever. He's there, but it's but continuing forward with the plot. Let's say something happens, like so Dora goes out to a party or something, and then she sneaks back home, and her auntie catches her, and so she uses this as like blackmail to get her to help her with the quest or whatever
Oh
it is.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then what it turns out is this quest is to protect. There's a scientist,
Okay.
and his name is Romero,
Right.
and he has this device which he's working on, which like should help him like stabilize animal thoughts. So we like as humans, you'd be able to like understand and read what they're like. You can like talk to animals telepathically.
Right. So like a Doctor Dolittle type thing.
Yeah, but for some reason, there's a company like there's a blah 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 company that's like, we don't want this to happen. It could ruin our business, and so
Yeah.
they want to try and take him out. So it's up to them to like to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially, what happens, I'm thinking, is the big thing like that like happened in her childhood is she is unable to like to stop to save Ramiro, but he turned out to be evil. And instead of like thingamajigger, instead of just wanting to be able to talk to animals, he wanted to give them like intense intelligence,
Okay.
and so he could control them. And then he'd have like this giant army that he could use to control you know the world.
Okay.
Anyway, Ramiro gets killed by her auntie, and if you don't know, Ramiro is actually the scientist from Spy Kids 2.
Ah. So you're
Ah.
linking this a lot to Spy Kids.
It's set in the same universe as Spy Kids,
Okay.
and the reason I cast her mum as Alexa Vega is because her mum is Carmen Cortez. What do you think?
I like the sound of that. So, with this, what would
It also
happen
means
then?
week 3 where we've got Steve Buscemi as well.
There you go. Well, with the animals thing, then does it get out? Does it like it just
What, sorry?
does like the animal thing kind of? I don't know. Don't know how to explain it.
It like so it works. So it boosts all the animal, like it sends out like the big
Yeah.
blue laser into the sky, and it makes
Right.
all of the animals in the world like really smart. But because he's not there to like control them, they're just like regular people.
Oh, okay. Right.
And then that's how. So then when you then cut to Dora when she's older,
This
Boots
is the
is Boots are just Boots.
yeah. He's like just a dude who lays
Yeah.
on a couch, hangs around like Boots. Where are you gonna pay rent? You know, you're a functioning member of society now. Ever since like this happened. I see.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like there's barely any like traction behind it. I was just I was like, I want to shoehorn what's his name, Steve Buscemi into it every week, and I can't figure this out.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, the entire reason like I went that direction was purely because of Steve Buscemi.
Okay. So going off that then, well, let's say like you've seen that, and then it cuts to her when she's older,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Boots living with her, like they've got like I don't know, an animal as the mayor of their town,
Yeah.
and like let's say Dora's in a rut. She just lives in an apartment, like nobody really speaks to her, and all that, because everybody thinks it was her because she was like seen on the site when all this went down, and like let's say her aunt just like ditched her in the moment, and she's like, oh damn, I gotta get out of here, you know, I just killed this guy, and then the door is just still there. She tries to escape, then like she gets caught, and then everyone's like, "Oh, why did you set off this thing?" And she's like, "Oh, I swear it wasn't me." But no one really believes her because they need to find someone to blame for this. And
Yeah.
like I don't know, Swipe was trying to get her out of this, and because in a earlier episode she helped him get the medicine for his family, and Swipe was kind of in love with her now, but she's with her other boyfriend, and I don't know, like on the side, Diego has he was like there too. Is the aunt Diego's mom, or is that like a different?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So would he have been on the scene as well?
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a valid excuse for Diego to come back into the
Yeah.
fold.
Yeah. So maybe he gets away with her too. Like the mum gives him an ultimatum. Is like, oh, are you gonna? We gotta get out of here now. She's like, oh, but he's like, what about Dora? It's like she can fend for herself. She's smart enough. She's old enough. All that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then, so they run off. And then as the season goes on, I guess it predominantly focuses more on the older side, but you also see like the fallout, if you will, of all this stuff happening. Dora's in this kind of mess of like talking to police and trying to figure out like, and now she's got a talking monkey following her around all the time, and then yeah, I just had an idea as well.
Okay.
It came to my head. Just like Dora in her 30s, she got this job. She works in a milkshake shack or whatever,
Okay.
and then it's run by that bloody cow.
Fucking Betty.
Benny, yeah, Benny Shakes or whatever. And that's where she works. And Diego comes in to like the shop at one stage,
Okay.
and he's like, "Hola, Dora," and she's like, "Oh my god, like I haven't seen you since the incident happened. Like, don't talk to me. I don't want to see you." But then he's like, "No, I need your help." What happens after that? I'm gonna leave that bit up to you. What do you think is gonna happen?
So maybe he's like, "Hey, um, we need a name for this big evil corporation."
Let's call them Pure Corp.
Pure Corp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
They're just they show this image of like we're pure and wholesome. We're pushing vegetarianism, veganism. Like they on one side they show like nice things, things that help benefit the world.
Mm.
But then on the inside, they're killing all these animals who could talk and who are smarter than them and all that kind of thing. So they look pro animal, but really they're anti animal.
I get you. I get you. I like that. And the reason she was trying to stop, not she, but they, like the company were trying to stop the like the machine from popping off, was because if animals gained enough intelligence and they'd be able to fight for their own rights and whatnot.
Exactly. So they'd be pushed out.
Okay. So Diego comes to her and he's like, "Hey, shit's going down. They've got my mum." And
she's
so that... What's that?
Go on. I was just gonna say, she's like, why should I help her when she left me stranded?
So I haven't spoken to her in, I don't know how many years it's been. Let's say 12 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't spoken to her in 12 years. And then Benny's like in the back, and he's got like a tea towel around his shoulder. He's like, I'm picturing him like Chef from South Park. Yeah. And he's like voiced by like James L. Jones. And he's like, "Hey there, Dora. You should probably go. Family is family."
Yeah. Push home that old family thing. Oh. The message of love and family. Just how CW likes it.
Top notch stuff. So it's what? So it's Dora, Boots, and Diego, like in a car, like traveling to wherever it is they need to get to, like pure corp.
Yeah.
But they, for some reason, they've got like an evil jungle lair. Because
I could just see like Jungle Run.
yeah. So, okay. We can bring in like a teenage foil for her. Not now, because that's weird. But like when she was a teen, she had like a like a Shigo to her Kim Possible, if you will.
Yeah.
And then that evil bitch has now grown up, and she's like the right hand man to whoever the boss is.
And she's married to Swiper.
She's fucking married to Swiper.
Oh yeah, and then
I
like when
like this.
Swiper sees Dora, he's all like, "Oh my god!" Like, damn,
I
Dora.
am undone. Damn, Dora! How'd you...
Shia LaBeouf, yeah. It's that.
I like this. And then, so let's, in my head, but it's just gonna be like a adventure through the jungle kind of thing, and they get to the big thing, to the big warehouse, not warehouse, to the big secret base. They get to the secret base, and they're like fighting. So it's like her. So Dora's fighting. What's her name? Her nemesis, whoever she is. And then
Arod.
Nice. Because it's Dora backwards. I like that. I was about to. I was like, where the fuck? You are not great at coming up with names, man. So Dora and Arod are fighting, and then they're like, oh damn, because like hella like animals who work for them, but they're like they've been enslaved, come out.
Yeah.
And like people with guns and whatnot, and they're like, and Diego's like, we're gonna need some more help here. And then you just hear, and Machete comes barreling in with a machete, rolling across the floor, slicing cows' heads off and shit. Oh no. Fucking Gertie Giggles, who's now like 35, comes flying in with her pigtails, kicking bitches in the face. Just like pop pop. Junie Cortez, brother to the uncle to Dora, comes in, who's now in like his fit. I've just realised that means that if Dora's in her 30s, that means that her uncle Machete will be like 80.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. I'm a fan. So then their uncle Junie comes in, and he's on the back of a motorcycle driven by his real life wife, Megan Trainor. Which I had no clue. He was married to Megan Trainor. That's a fun fact.
We've come full circle though.
Yeah. So like they're all fighting, and picture like they take like the Spy Kids theme, which is like Dora, and it's like building slower and slower in the background, and these two like armies like sprint at each other, think like full end game, and then like going for it, and then like Dora's fighting with what's her name, A-Rod, and what's his name gets in the middle, Swiper. Now, do we want to kill Swiper? Or do we want to keep him?
I don't know, because I want him to have like, I want
like
him
an
to
arc.
to go save. Maybe yeah. I think we should kill him, because A-Rod kills him, and then
That's yeah.
because he like saves Dora or something, and then he's all like, "Oh, Dora, I've always loved you."
Blam!
Yeah, stabbed straight through the stomach. Sword comes out the other side, and then Dora just screams, "No!"
The question is, do we kill him, or do we have him like wounded and out of the battle? And then when it looks like Dora's about to die, he like fucking drop kicks A-Rod into an engine. And then he's like, "Can you say dead?"
Yeah. Oh.
and like yeah. So it's just kind of turned into this off the rails Lord of the Rings esque mashup between Spy Kids and fucking Dora the Explorer.
I like it.
What?
As A-Rod gets kicked into this machine though, and
Yeah.
Swiper says, "Can you say dead?" He also reaches into like his jacket pocket and like cracks open a cold one, just chugs it down.
He's like, Dora's like, I thought you were dead, and he was like, so did I, but the refreshing taste of Bud Light.
Oh god.
Schloop. Product placement done.
Yeah.
Shall I? Okay, but we can also have like other episodes where they reference Bud Light here and there.
Yeah. Even as a
Like,
teen.
Yeah.
Like when Dora's at a parkour regionals, you know, like it's like
It's
welcome to the
sponsored by-
parkour regionals. Sponsored by
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Or like yeah, at Benny's milkshake bar, he walks in and Benny's like, what can I get you? And he's like, have you got a Bud Light? And Benny's like, we're a milkshake bar. Of course we have Bud Light. And makes him a Bud Light milkshake.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like it's not a traditional CW show.
No, but you know, they're taking liberties. They looked at Riverdale and they looked at like The Flash. And they're like, how can we make these two big? And then they've just acquired like the properties of Spy Kids as well. And they're like, oh, you know what? They should put this in there. Like, they weren't
Let's
directly
add a
related,
little
but
bit of
now they are.
spice. Yeah, this was the other day when we picked this out, and then we had like a little, just letting each other know like, okay, this is how the episode, like the structure should go. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I was very excited because I had an idea,
Mhm.
and it was this. I got really excited because of this idea. I can't lie.
It was good.
And then should we like leave it open for a season 2 somehow?
Oh yeah, of course. Like,
Like she starts her own like adventure agency or some shit maybe.
yeah, like
She's like a private detective kind of.
Boots is like, oh, you've taken down this evil corporation, Dora. What will you do now? And then she's like, huh, you think that was the end? We're just
Vamonos.
getting started.
Da 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 Dora. But the but the D's are like guitar like strums. So it's like da 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 Dora.
and like, see, that's like that goes. Then it's the credits roll, and then there's one more thing.
Okay. A-Rod isn't like fully dead. She's just cut up into pieces or some shit.
Yeah, she's like, and then there's some scientist who's like, oh, I'll put her back together now, with the
Okay.
help of this refreshing Bud Light.
And she's like on an operating table, and you can just hear like the beep, 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 and like
Bud.
she's being like sewed together, and she's got like grappling hook for an arm and a this and a you know, all like gadgety shit, and
Yeah.
like the camera's just panning up, and it gets to her head, and it like focuses in on her eyes, and then on the last beep, her eyes just snap open and they're like blood red, and that's Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, I mean, this could work as a film as well. You know,
Yeah,
CW wanna expand out, but I
I think maybe it's like a mini series instead. So like a tight like 5 episodes.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you as well, man. Time just flew on that one.
It
Like,
really did. Like I
Yeah.
looked at the time and it was like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, well, we can have enough to say. And then I looked up again. It's like-
Yeah. Oh, I
Oh.
enjoyed that though. That was definitely like, I feel like this has definitely had more energy than the last episode as well.
yeah,
But it wasn't as manic as the first. So
it's like a nice happy medium.
yeah, what should be the next week thing? Because Do you want to
Yeah.
pick out now, or do you just want to like pick out next episode and just work together
Um,
again, or you want to do like a
I think I
single
would
thing?
like to work again
Yeah,
if you'll have me.
hell yeah, man. I mean, I feel like we definitely found a good formula now.
Yeah.
So I think next week we do one more like random off the cuff thing, just any genre, any whatever, and then week after that, Christmas special.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down. Nice. So, did you want to select the stuff now, or should we wait and leave it as a surprise for the listeners next week?
Yeah, let's wait this time.
Okay.
Why not? All
So
right
yeah,
then.
that's been us
Another week of reinventing the real.
with Curtis and Cameron. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can message either of us at our personal socials if you have those. If not, you can always hit us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at That Real Podcast. I've been Curtis.
And I've been Cameron. See you later, man.
See you next week, man.